think I'm probably the most transparent person in public life. I think, 60 books? 60 books have been written. I feel you know a lot more about me than you know about anybody else. Much of it untrue, but nevertheless, it's all out there. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more so that, the books and writing and words about me will continue to fill many archives and warehouses across.
Yeah, that's very comforting, but books don't make you transparent. Welcome to the Malzberg panel, folks. Joining us now is Jessica Tarlov, Democratic political consultant and political strategist at Douglas Schoen LLC, and Ford O'Connell, Republican strategist and political analyst. All right, let me start with you, Jessica. I just had Lanny Davis on, and I said, why did she erase this, wipe clean the server when she was asked not to? And the way he answered it in kind of Clinton speak was, she was never asked not to delete her private emails. So, today we find out that the committee is requested she testify by May 1st, and we find out that she used an iPad and a BlackBerry, which puts to rest her opening argument in the press conference that she used a personal email because she didn't want to have two devices. So what is going on with this woman?
What's going on with this woman? I mean, first of all, if they didn't ask her to delete the private emails, then they didn't ask her to delete the private emails, and I don't think the public needs to see her private emails. I get that there were mistakes made, and Clinton herself has admitted that there were mistakes made. She said she'd go before the panel. They will see her before May 1st, as she promised. I don't know what else to say at this point. I mean, she's going to comply with everything going forward, and the one device thing, it seems, Nick Merrill said that she used the iPad primarily to read. I know that we've seen a few emails between her and one of her top aides, Huma Abedin, that seemed to have crossed wires on what's private and what's public,
which speaks to the whole problem, because all the deleted emails, Ford, this is insane. And Jessica said moving forward she's going to comply. The problem is she didn't comply, up till this point, and she didn't hand over what she was supposed to hand over, still hasn't, and she hasn't complied.
Steve, she doesn't want to comply. You're never going to see those emails. Now, when she says she wiped the server clean, basically tech forensic experts say that that's not necessarily true. She's never going to hand this over. The whole point is whether or not this continues to unravel once she is the presidential nominee. And right now, according to Quinnipiac, she's taking hits in Florida and Ohio over this because her character is coming into question. Now, if she does go before the Benghazi Select Committee, she's going to continue to stonewall. What I do find funny, though, is she said she needed it for one device. Now we find out she has two. Maybe she really needed three.
Yeah. I wonder when Jessica, since she said that don't worry about the security of the server, someone was standing guard over it, not understanding that a server gets hacked, not stolen physically. I wonder if she means when she said she scrubbed it, maybe she had some Secret Service agent, take a Brillo pad and clean it.
Well, that's not as good. I think the best joke I heard about it is that she spilled some of her granddaughter's milk on it, and that's how everything disappeared. Also ridiculous. Hillary Clinton knows how a server works.
She does?
Yes, of course she does. She has more advisors than you can count, and I'm sure one
Steve,
of them knows that she didn't.
let me add one thing, Jessica. Let me say this, in all honesty. And that is, if her digital team did not bleach every email, okay, and something winds up in some musty inbox folder or some digital pixel winds up later, she could find herself to be a political goner.
Well, not only that, Jessica, the possibility of blackmail, because if that server was hacked by somebody, notwithstanding the fact that the Secret Service was standing guard over it, if that was hacked, if she's president or even a presidential candidate, she could be a victim of severe blackmail, and I don't think that's a risk the country should undertake.
Well, I disagree with you there. I think Hillary Clinton's going to run, and I think that she's going to be a great candidate. But to your point about being hacked, it's not just then if her server got hacked, right? It's other people's.
But she used a personal email account,
totally understand that. I'm helping you. I'm agreeing with you. That's what this looks like. I'm saying it's not only her own server, it's who else she was talking to. If they had evidence then and what they've done with it. So I
don't know how to accept help from a liberal, I guess.
Well, I was going to help you out. The point, though, is jeopardizing national security and being hacked is a major problem going forward. But remember, we're dealing with politics right now, not actual fact. And the perception is that she put herself at risk, she's untruthful, and she's going to continue to dig in. And the question is that what we want at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
All right, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this Indiana law and the governor of Indiana speaking out today. And Rush Limbaugh is right in that this has become the hands up, don't shoot story all over again. Don't go away.
Well, let me say first and foremost that, I stand by this law. But I understand that the way that some on the left and frankly some in the national media have mischaracterized this law over the last week might make it necessary for us to clarify the law through legislation. And we were working through the day and late into the night last night with legislative leaders to consider ways to do that. Because, look, there is no license to discriminate in this law. For my part, I abhor discrimination, like every other Hoosier. I don't think anyone should ever be mistreated because of who they are or who they love.
All right. Joining us now on the Malzberg panel once again, Jessica Tarlov and Ford O'Connell. So, Ford, I think Rush Limbaugh had it right. What we have seen, the piling on, the insanity, the left is so well organized. I said yesterday on the show how when I was in radio, a group of 5 people could wreak havoc at a radio station by writing sponsors and threatening boycotts and threatening pickets, and they're sitting in their basement, 2 or 3 of them at a time, and the people, the powers that be, quake in their boots. This is just swelled up, and Rush is right. This has become the new hands up, don't shoot. It's a phony storyline, but it's picked up steam.
Well, it's the perfect storm of unfounded hysteria, legal ignorance, basically turbocharged by the left's intolerant self-righteousness. This is an absolute, complete, and utter joke. And if you're listening to that legal scholar, Miley Cyrus, you've got problems, okay? There is a simple solution to this law. The only question is the left doesn't care about it. All they want to do is repeal it, and all they care about is getting rid of a religion in America, and they can't understand the exercise of free religion is a fundamental right in the Constitution.
Absolutely. I mean, Jessica, this law even aside, if some should, and Alan Keyes brought this up the other day, should the owner of a kosher restaurant that caters to weddings be forced to accept a bridal party, a party for a wedding that says we're going to serve pork? I mean, don't individuals who run businesses have any discretion whatsoever based on their religious beliefs?
Well, I think that the point is that this isn't about religious discrimination. I mean, this is
well,
about
if it's not, then this whole
discrimination.
leftist argument is moot.
No, it's about the fact that Indiana doesn't have an anti-discrimination law in place. I mean, people are saying, Connecticut has a similar law, but they have anti-discrimination laws. And you need to go back to why this law was signed in the first place, which was actually to protect people from the government. And it was about peyote. And I just think that, you want to make this into a thing that liberals just want to be outraged, and it's all just about the gay movement trying to, add more momentum after, successes on marriage equality. And it's more than that. It's about making sure that our country doesn't discriminate against people for any reason.
Well, Ford, to me...
You are not interested in not discriminating. This is about the gay rights movement spiking the football and now taking a victory lap. There is a very simple solution. Actually, Jessica, you're incorrect. There are anti-discrimination laws in Indiana. What there are not are anti-discrimination laws against those of a certain sexual orientation or gender identity. That is all you need to fix this law. Insert that, and all will be well.
I'm fine with that.
Because at the bottom
line, Democrats in Indiana are not.
Well, the Democrats here are fine with it, or at least in this room.
Without a compelling government interest.
No, you're right. I mean, it's just
But that is all you need. But you're not concerned about anyone else's religious views. This is about you basically being tied to marriage equality and continuing to push the gay lobby forward at the risk of rest of America's ability to exercise their religion.
Jessica, where's the tolerance from the radical gay activists and those on the left? Where's the tolerance for the people who are religious, understanding their point of view? Why does it have to be 100% with the gay activists and with the atheists and with all the radical groups, or you're a homophobe, you're this, you're that? Why? Where's the tolerance?
I don't think that it has to be that way. I've never been that way. But the fact that you're using the word radical is my problem. I never side with radical on any side of the spectrum. So you're not going to get me to fall for this one.
Your party has become a radical party, a radical leftist party that JFK would never recognize. Anyway, Jessica, Ford, thank you, folks. Give Me 5 is next.